Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This is part of the Chaos Tourney, so random maps, random armies with date and geographic filters turned off. In this match, I have the Scots 851 facing off against Richard Bradley Scots, Rus 860. Richard is the creator of this fine trilogy, soon to be quadrilogy of games. Very responsive on the forums, just a gentleman all around. Now we're going to see if we can murder his face. What did the rest bring? A few cavalry, a few armored huscarls, shield wall, and a not very impressive ranged wing. So it's going to be a slugging match. Unfortunately, my Pictish spearmen are rather overpriced medium foot. They're lightly protected, so if they're likely to lose in melee, and when they do lose, they're likely to drop cohesion. One little silver lining is that I do get like Javelin Horse. They're annoying. I'm going to be annoying with them. Great. Next up, Huscarls. Very spendy. Don't like such expensive units, but in this case, given that my alternative is Pictish Spearmen, I'm gonna use them. Grab Light Javelin Men to lurk in the forest. That should do nicely. Okay. Do I want cavalry? I don't think it's really necessary in this kind of fight. I mean, I can try. They're cheap. What has he got? Armored cavalry for 60 points. Alright, so let's do 2 units of cavalry and 1 unit kind of hidden off there. So we'll try a flank on each wing without the expectation that it will work on either wing. And otherwise, I don't think I'm going to bother with lights. I think I'd rather simply field even more infantry. Oh, fine. We'll grab 1 unit of light archers to just prevent ourselves getting shot at too badly. Okay, what do we got for commands? I'll probably take these generals off the cavalry, even though it'll make us flanking movement slower, just because the infantry is going to be the ones doing the fighting. So, there you go. That's our commander-in-chief. Okay. Cavalry units. Push those wings. Alright, there we go. Next turn. Alright, so Richard's inviting me to come play. Push these wings for starters. And then what? So we'll do the same thing over here. It won't be any big surprise to him that I brought light cavalry, so I can pop these out without hesitation. Lights over here. So I suppose I'll want to cover my front here against archery. So once our skirmishers are in position here, then we can shift the line forward. Next turn. Alright, so it's on us. We'll keep moving. See if there's any lights lurking in the forest. Not yet. Alright. Did he move yet? No, let's get our lights here. Then we'll move. Next turn. Okay. Let's keep getting these lights together. And we'll want to stretch out our line to the left. Oops. Oh well. It's been an awkward command group. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, so he's clearly going to maintain the defensive. There's no point being coy with our cavalry. Next turn. Oop. The open there. Okay with that. Alright, let's just make sure there's nobody lurking in the forest. There isn't. Good. Alright, and start pushing our lights over more. I guess at this point it doesn't matter, he has to suspect. Okay, onward. Next turn. Alright, shuffle away. Won't be able to get behind him there. Might need to shift all of our cavalry to the other wing if we run into the edge of the planet. Any surprises in here? Nope. And that's everyone. Next turn. Oh, that works. That's fine. So we'll try to keep our 3 cavalry units over here so we can at least threaten a wraparound so he can't spread out and overwhelm us. Next turn. Well, I'll keep 1 unit of light horse here because light javelinmen on their own are rather outclassed by light archers. Want to make sure there are no horrible surprises lurking in this forest. And form up our line on the edge of the world. Next turn. Alright, we can start inching forward on this right wing. And see if there are bad things waiting for us. Try for a flank charge, why not? They'll just bounce it anyway. 2, 3, so we're in close bow shot already, so we'll need to push out of that, at least with our more vulnerable infantry. Here we go, and you. There. So we'll push through this forest with our light cavalry to make sure there's nothing lurking for our non-light cavalry, and then otherwise we'll start trying to harass his cavalry. Next turn. Interesting. He might be moving his skirmishers now to counter my cavalry, in which case I'll want to move my skirmishers up to get his infantry to do something unwise. Fall back. There we go. If we move up to javelin range, he might just shove me off, but at this point I'm kind of okay with that. So let's fish for a reaction here. Don't think we need to inch forward yet. Well, why not? Good. Next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Hover on the edges, lurk in the rear, chuck some spears, why not? stretch the line forward with cavalry support. And now let's start inflicting some casualties before contact. I'm assuming I'll see some kind of response to this, and in the meantime I will push my Huskarls to match his Huskarls. We'll get the best men forward first. We're still able to fall back, which we will in the face of his armored cavalry until everyone's in position. Next turn. I didn't notice that built-up area there. Okay, we'll have to shuffle these guys out of the way. Not a huge deal. Okay, I am content to just keep using up ammunition for now. Good. Engage in some harassment. See, they can move there and pin me in. So, get out. And just start lurking back here. Do I push? I don't think that's necessary yet. Disengage. I want to sit here and exhaust my ammunition, then advance, which means I need to hold off engagement here as long as I can. Next turn. Okay, this is fine with me. This is 120 points of light archers running after 24 points of light javelin horse. I am pretty much unbothered by that. Okay, and in the meantime, we can keep up with this. How much ammo do we have left? 2 turns. I think I can afford to do that for 2 more turns. These are offensive spearmen, so I can't really be too comfortable with this situation, but at least 1 more turn I can give it. Should I do that? I could. No point with no one to take advantage, though. Next turn. Once these archers come up, my cavalry are going to have to move. He's rotated out his injured units. But honestly, I'm still happy to just spend my ammo. It's a disrupt. We are going to not let that opportunity pass us by. Now if we're lucky, we'll get one more turn of missile fire in, but if we don't, that's okay. Next turn. Probably get disrupted here. Not yet. Too bad. Let's do our one more turn. Missile fire, and next turn we'll charge. Let's try for our flank charge here, just to see if we can cause a frag. No. It could do something like that. Could he counter? I don't know that he could, if we stick it. Let's do it. And also threaten if he turns this unit around to try to deal with this, we can rear charge with the lights pin. Okay, having done that, do I charge now or do I wait until we can all go in at once? Probably better to be safe. Next turn. Let's force an evasion, and maybe, but not actually catch them. Great. And this is lucky. I was gonna say it's not looking great because they are superior and we are above average, but okay, so now it's time for the lights to get out of the way and eventually make their way to the flank. And, oh, no room for subtlety here. Impact is even. We've got combat strength modifier in our favor with the units that have been weakened by missile fire, melee at least. Initially, our lightly protected vintage spearmen will be at a disadvantage, both due to their lack of armor and their not being heavy foot for cohesion check purposes. Pile on. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I'm talking about. So now, unfortunately, we need to move out of cohesion check range. Ugh. That could be bad if it disrupts this unit as well. Next turn. How bad is this gonna get? Hold. Good. Ooh, I like that. Held firm, okay. He's gonna wait and see if I push him back again and then get the flank in. Not much I can do about that. Do we disrupt? No. Good. What about here? Good. Any good stuff for us here? No. It's too bad. Okay. Then let's general up here. Well, that was helpful. Well, I guess we're going in. Hopefully nothing horrible happens. Good. Here we are. We're down 12 POA, but our combat strength modifier advantage is getting larger with each round of melee with these large units. Okay. Lights are going to rush off to the flank where they can actually do something. Damn, I was hoping they would evade the other way. Okay, well, it's charge or be shot at. So we'll charge. And we'll set up the flank here. Downside being we have to take another round of shooting, possibly disrupt. Another dice roll. Excellent. And again. Okay. That's everyone fully committed. Next turn, Richard says generals dying left, right, and center. Whose, though? Oop. We might get disrupted here. If we do, he might lock us in to prevent the flank. Nope. Oh. Oh. Alright. It's not great. So my generals then. Cool. Oh, there we go. Ah, frag. It's the downside of medium foot in a situation like this. Now we're down 50 POA here, unfortunately. So we'll let him do the charge. So here, here we have combat strength modifier. We normally would be down facing 2 units, but because both units are depleted, ours is at close to full strength on a large size unit, it doesn't matter. Should have done that first. Now this is kind of nice, but now we're going to turn to face and be flanked, so not so nice. Again with the medium foot. Ugh. Might need to just use lights to harass once he starts breaking these unsteady units. Coming apart for us. I think we're going to lose this one just because of all the frags. Richard's encouraging me, says it's still very close. It is. Bought me one turn. Right, next turn, I guess I'll turn to base. Good. Held firm though. It gets us out of flanking range for a turn. Very lucky to win that combat, not that it resulted in anything. Frag. Rally to Disrupted, that'll buy us one turn. They'll frag again or even double drop. Disrupted. Damn, we're so close to auto-breaking this unit, but we can't prevent the flank. Break. And put some missiles downrange. Auto-break. That is helpful. Now we might have a chance. Do I go in or wait to rally? Guess we'll go in and start the grind. Damn. Next turn he'll move into a flanking position though, unless I can get more pushbacks. Let's try for a cohesion check. Nope. Frag them, and then hopefully break them. Nope. So we'll lose this unit now. Well, as he says, it is a close match. I do tend to feel pessimistic no matter what, so maybe I should hold that. Next turn. So this unit will turn around. We'll frag or break here. Frag. Can hopefully pursue that. Not quite. Hopefully we hold firm at Disrupted. Good. We'll have a choice then, this unit, whether to threaten the flank or rescue a disrupted unit. I have to think about that based on the odds. Okay, yeah, he's turned this around now. Makes sense. We're pursuing, so that's 50% modifier on shooting. Presumably because these men are afraid of hitting their own men intermingled with my pursuing cavalry. How is that? 3%, 2%. It might be a recoverable situation. Well, let's see if we break apart right away. We don't. Then let's consider fighting these combats without. Good. Then I think if I turn here, he might turn here. There are no good options there. Damn. Very awkward. Good. I should have done this first. In fact, what I might need... I've been thinking I would have kept this light horse over here. Ouch. Okay, so decisions. These two units. Face off here, and right in the flank. Not sure if it's the right choice, but we've made it. No surprise, we break. Oh. Interesting. Next turn. Good. Caught them out of charge range. Alright, he went for the medium foot. Nice. Held firm and disrupted. We're gonna lose that one. Okay, so now that he's turned around, I can either go all in on this, or there's no way to lock in a charge here, is there? No, I'm afraid not. Huh. They're close to auto break. Not quite. Yeah, I could do that, but I would just bounce right off, so there's really no point. Here, try to force a frag. Should have done that before. Well, I'm just gonna do it anyway, even though it'll cost us a second unit. Hopefully we'll at least break this expensive unit first. Damn it! So close to breaking this unit. Could have fragged this unit had I done so. How bad? Pretty bad. Oof. Alright. I'll throw a few more spears. Need to see red numbers on these shield walls. Damn it. Okay. Oh. This is getting ugly. Stay away. Go for the break. Get shot to pieces and flanked now. It's still hard to say who's going to win this thing. Next turn. So I'm up 6, but I'm about to get flanked again, so that's not going to last. Okay, now do we break or hold it disrupted? We break. Ooh! That's terrible. Now we're down 5. We need to get another unit over here to stabilize the situation. Oh, why don't they break? Okay, well that's something. How close are these guys to auto break? Let's see, 228, so we need to inflict 6 casualties. Of course. Come on. We are at 1 casualty short of inflicting auto break here. That's just obnoxious. I will pull back out of cohesion check range here. Okay, we rallied first, that's good. Double drop. They hold firm. Held firm. Good. About time. Shift command to this disrupted unit to help them hold on. Just a little bit longer. Good. And good. Keep running. Well, just hover over here. We'll lose this unit now. Yep. And this unit's close to auto break. Not yet though. Okay, next turn we can at least break this unit. And we'll lose this unit. Very close. So Richard says that I've ground him down. The question is whether I can finish him before the turn limit. Maybe. I'm eager to see why he thinks that, because that's not a good look. Ah, I see. Oh, that might save this unit. How many turns do we have to do this anyway? There's another break for us. Nope, not yet. But we are certainly pretty unlikely to break in by 25%. Good. What about another rally? Okay, that would be a bit ridiculous. Held firm. Okay, how close are they to breaking? Not very. Damn, we need someone else to work on that unit. We have one turn left. We'll see then. $53. 57. Go for a disrupt. Oh, 13 casualties though, respectable. Okay. Hope we don't auto break. Nope. $61. We lose this unit now. That puts us at 41. Okay, that should be a win. And the GG. See if anything happens in this final phase. Who else rallied? I heard that. Oh, we'll never know. Okay. So let's take a look at this. First of all, what would have happened had the fight gone on? This remains pretty dangerous. I don't know if we would have won this combat either. We might have actually lost this light javelin horse. This combat we would win. And of course we were about to finish off this unit. And we would have finished off this one without much difficulty either. So I think it was a secure win. A lot of our units were pretty evenly matched. I mean, we have Huskarls and Huskarls, they're identical. We have Light Javelin Horse, which he didn't have, which sort of constrained his maneuverability. Pretty similar Light Infantry line. So the differences were that I took unarmored cavalry and he spent the points on armored cavalry. That did help him secure the win, combined with the fact that he brought all his archers over to shoot me up whenever I wasn't in melee. So that was unfortunate. On the other hand, I lost this slowly enough that this cavalry is not a factor in the main battle. In addition, having these light archers supporting his cavalry and protecting them from my light javelin horse meant that he wasn't protecting his infantry line from my skirmisher harassment. Because he adopted a defensive stance here, he suffered pretty heavy manpower losses, although a few cohesion checks. That played into the strengths and not the weaknesses of my Pictish spearmen. So at the start of the match, I was a little bit grumpy about having to take a line relying on these guys, and they do have some downsides. For one thing, they are medium foot. So in the open, they don't get the automatic +1 to cohesion rolls that heavy foot get. And they also get an additional -1 when losing against shock troops in open. Offensive spearmen count as shock troops. So we saw a bit of a tendency to double drop when things did go badly. In addition, they are lightly protected, so that puts them at 13 POA down in the melee against these protected offensive shield wall. Finally, because they are a deep unit, they cost 54 points. Pretty spendy. That's the downsides. But there is one substantial upside and one minor one. The minor one is that they can form square. Forming square isn't really a thing I ever do unless I absolutely have to, and I don't think I did it once here. That's what you do when your unit will be destroyed if it did not form square, and if its destruction wouldn't even delay the enemy very much. There was no reason to do so here. The more substantial upside of these units is that because they are large units, they gradually gain combat strength modifier advantage against regular size units. These men don't have their combat strength modifier affected until they drop below about 2/3 strength. Whereas in a melee against offensive shield wall, the offensive shield wall will start suffering from a negative combat strength modifier immediately upon taking casualties. Now, that doesn't mean I gain an immediate advantage because of the 13 POA deficit from the armor difference, but if the shield wall is taking casualties from skirmishing already, then we can gain an advantage in a grinding melee, assuming we don't get a bad roll and double drop because of being medium foot. That being said, I think maybe there would have been more danger in this match had Richard adopted a wide instead of a deep formation. With a wide formation, I think he would have been able to outflank my infantry line because these guys, the offensive shield wall, are 42 points. The danger of doing so is that he wouldn't have been able to protect his cavalry as well from my light javelin horse, but I still think it would have been worth it. It also would have meant that he could have maybe, instead of feeling obliged to stand and take punishment from my skirmishers, push forward into contact and try to break up a wing quickly. But I don't know how that would have worked out had he tried it. It's just an idea. I'm not saying that his strategy was wrong. Just given that it didn't work, that's the first alternative that I can think of. So, a good game to Richard, as always. And till next time.